Hello, Scorpio, and Happy New Year. This is your monthly January overview reading. I will have the full moon and Cancer readings coming out here shortly, but this is just a general overview for the month of January. First card we're pulling is from the Mystic Wisdom Oracle deck. And this is just some guidance or inspiration for your overview in the month. And this talks about vacation. This doesn't have to mean a physical vacation where you're going out of state or going to somewhere different. It can be just taking a break from things in life, taking some downtime, just taking the time to recharge. Moving forward is the next energy at the bottom of the deck. This does feel like air energy to me when I'm seeing this. I do feel Queen of Swords when I see this. So I feel like behind the scenes, you want to embark on something or move forward, head in a different direction. It says get ready for positive change. And I just feel like there is this need or this sense of taking some downtime, maybe before things really kick off and start moving forward quite quickly. A lot of changes happening. January is a very big month. There's a lot of planetary activity during the month of January. So this could be, just somebody needing to take that downtime before they hit the ground running, is how I'm feeling with all of this energy. Let's see what wants to show up. Let's see what energies want to show up. This is from the heart. I believe it's an oracle deck as well. I don't think I grabbed any tarot decks today. So let's see what message. Yes, look, heal, heal. I do feel like this is why someone needs to take some downtime. I kind of feel like you're in like this in between world sort of energy where you're not quite into your next cycle phase, that sort of energy, but you're definitely not standing in and getting comfortable in the old. It feels like you're leaving the old behind, moving into the new. I do feel like this could be why that vacation is here. It's like taking that downtime to rest, recharge, rejuvenate, just take a break from life for a minute before, like I said, you start moving forward. We have the third eye chakra at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like intuitively you are already aware of this, you know this. It is important. Be mindful of what your body is saying to you. If you feel like you need to rest, take a break, step back from something. A lot of times we get afraid to do that because we think, well, we got to keep going. We got stuff to do, can't get accomplished if we're not doing anything. But when you're doing it at half power, or you're not doing it in your full strength, you're really not serving yourself or anyone else very much justice in that situation. It's kind of like not your best, so to speak. So please be mindful and take the time needed uh, to rest and recharge so that you can come out at 100% at your full power. All right, let's see what energy is showing up next because I do feel you got a big move ahead. Next card that comes out is Share the Love. Yes, that is a card number three. I feel like this is about growth, this is about expansion. I do feel a lot of activation when it comes to the heart chakra. So I feel like um, even on a soul level, I can feel like a lot of good things heading your way. I just, this downtime could be where you're needing to go through some, maybe finish off or close out some cycles, do there's some remaining healing. Yes, I would say that because it does say seek, but it is the card number nine as well. You can see this person in meditation. I feel like going within, doing some soul searching, really just being aware of where you want to go, what you're looking for to establish, to grow, to expand on it for the year 2026. This is a monthly reading, so I'm just feeling like these are hot topics, so to speak, for the month of January. Again, next card that comes out is Master. And look, this is very interesting to see because we've seen the heart. Somebody could have, like I said, there is this healing. Someone could have really had themselves blocked off when it comes to love, to that heart chakra. to their feelings, to their emotions. Could have been in regards to something that happened in the past. I'm not going down that rabbit hole, but it does feel like they've been guarding their heart, right? And I feel like it's time to come out of that shell. It's time to open that heart chakra back up. It's time to step back into the giving and receiving when it comes to love. This does specifically look like that to me, like that sort of a situation. But I'm feeling like, whatever this break or this time is that you need for some downtime before stepping back out, I think it's important for you to do that, because I do feel once things get moving, there's no turning back. I feel like things are going to move forward quite quickly in a very powerful way. And I do feel like towards a greater good. Bottom of the deck is observe. And I didn't keep that card out because it was in the deck, but I did show you where that person was meditating. And I feel with this observation card out here, it just gives me that vibe of somebody really doing that soul searching. I'm also feeling like, look at this card. You see, and underneath it was a crown chakra too. So you see two people, right? But there's two there. You see four people. Two are upside down, because I feel like someone's world is turning in a totally different direction. I feel like it wasn't a very challenging cycle. Maybe 2025 wasn't one of your better years. There are a lot of people out there right now saying goodbye 2025, hello 2026. And absolutely, because 2025 was a very challenging year. It just so happened to be a nine card, which was on that card of the meditating, right? Be getting out into nature, doing that soul searching. It's the hermit card, going within, doing, some going through an enlightenment. And then we see the crown chakra. I feel like someone really gains a lot of insight, wisdom, um, and downloads when it comes to life in general, like feeling very connected through meditating, through spending that time alone, going into, within to do that soul searching. So let's clarify. These are the cards. They're divine abundance, I believe, is what they're called. Let's get some clarity on this heal card. Let's get, oops, here we go. First card, look, healing from a loss. Sometimes you learn true offering through loss. You make a passionate invitation for love to take over and bring her own plans instead of the ego. So yeah, it does give me someone has had to heal, or I do feel heal from a loss, heal from some sort of heartbreaking situation. Uh, I feel like maybe they fell off course, off path. It does give me the indication that you're about to step in alignment with what is for you. And I do feel what is for you is that heart chakra to come back open, or to open that heart chakra back up, you to step out of that comfort zone and you be open to not only giving love again, but receiving love as well. Like, this is where the growth, the expansion is coming in. I do feel like something is coming through that will come in quite quickly for you. Divine abundance is the next card that comes out to clarify the share the love. And we know that is the way to manifestation. If you know anything about manifestation, when you do it with that pure intent, with that open heart, with that fearlessness, it just real in sincerity, it has to be genuine and sincere. So I'm trying to tell, I know there's a lot of people out there that think they can have that bitterness and anger resonating in their soul, and think they can manifest. And you know maybe they can, but I don't think it'll be a manifestation that will last. I'm just going to say it like that. So, and when it comes back, right? Because the way if you manifest from that low vibration, ultimately somewhere through that cycle, that low vibration will show back up. So this says you were born to align with love's will, follow the Tao, and serve something beyond the ego. Learn to be abundant and not chase it. Very, very true. This is the second time I've seen ego in this reading. I'm not trying to say anything. I'm just putting it out there. So maybe someone has gone through an ego death as a result of some sort of heartbreaking situation. I kind of do feel like this is in regards to a relationship. That's why they were closed off. I feel like somebody's had to do a lot of soul searching and a lot of internal healing. I kind of feel like this is the change for you. And it's a result of just, taking that almost like that one last sigh of relief, taking that break just to, collect yourself, and move, being able to move forward. I feel like it's before putting yourself back out there is how I'm feeling with that. I feel like somebody is wiser now. They know better. They're going to do better when it comes to love, relationships, that sort of energy, most definitely because of the healing they've had to go through as a result of the loss, the sadness, the disappointment, and whatever it was. So take what resonates, release what doesn't. Let's grab one more card to clarify the master. This is about mastering your emotions, mastering your heart, not, blocking it out, but knowing, no more ignoring red flags, that sort of thing. Mastering. Master, there's a change. Somebody has done that. They've gone through some sort of ascension, awakening, and an enlightenment of some sort as a result of a loss. Sometimes those loss, disappointments, those heartbreaking experiences bring us to that's what they're for, right? Ultimately, to bring forth the change, to know better, to do better. When the ego, third time with that word ego, when the ego finally sees the utter madness of trying to control everything, you come to a sacred crossroads in your own evolution. And this is what I was feeling, tapped into this energy. I don't feel like somebody is closing their heart off anymore. I do feel like they're opening that heart chakra up. They're allowing the giving and the receiving through love, connection, emotions, feelings, that sort of thing. But they're more mindful now. They've gained a lot of wisdom and insight. They know better. They're going to do better. Like they're not going to be ignoring red flags. They're not going to pretend things are better than they are. They're going to accept the reality for what it is, and they're not going to get caught up in a cycle of illusion that created or ultimately ended up in that heartbreaking experience. And there's the receiving. To every day I become easy. Every day it becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan and to trust my inner guidance. We've seen this a lot with the observe. We've seen the hermit card. We've seen the crown chakra out here. I do feel like somebody is really, I feel in touch, but in tune as well with their intuition, the downloads they're receiving. I kind of feel like somebody who's had to overcome a lot of pain and suffering, maybe somebody who's done a lot of suffering in silence sort of energy, and they're coming out of that. Like it's like taking this one last, I'm going to just, rest, relax, rejuvenate, recharge, and I'm coming, like, I feel like they're out of it, but they haven't, show come out. Like they haven't stepped out into the world and allowed opportunities to come back in. I feel like this is what's happening during the month of January, though. This is what I'm seeing for you, Scorpios. Congratulations. I hope this is a great year for you. I thank you for taking the time to listen to this message. Sending you love and light, and Happy New Year.